Hi, my name is Michael Oyefeso, and today I'll be doing Sports Development Action 2. So what I will talk about today will be overview of what I did at the placement, my roles and responsibility as a coach there, timeline of my time at placement. I'll also talk about what is sports development, the importance of sports development, what is Blackpool Community Trust, why sport camps help the community, the benefits of sports camps, and then lastly I'll talk about Blackpool's trust strategies. So the overview of my placement, what I did was 30 hours throughout the week, through the week. So I did at 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. from Monday to Friday. It was half time for the kids, and the kids I was coaching were between 5 and 14. The sports and active activities we did there were varied. So there's football, there was dodgeball, there was dancing, and we also did a bit of Irish bingo. Each kid, what I got told there, had to pay £10 a session, so £10 every day from Monday to Friday. And there was no dress code, so the kids can turn up on whatever they like. So the roles and responsibility as a coach. So I had to assist the main coaches. So when I say assist, I mean help them put out the area, set out the area, help with the kids. So give instructions out if the kids don't understand what they're doing. So for example, if a kid came up to me and said, "Oh, I don't understand the game," or "I don't understand what he said," I would then explain to the kid, make he or she understand better. So I'll just help out anything the main coach wants. I would also deal with misbehaving kids. So whilst I was in Blackpool Community Trust, there was these two kids messing about, and they got angry with each other. So the main coach said to me, "Look, you go handle them." So I took them both out. Of the session, and I spoke to them individually. Firstly, I listened to what both of them had to say. Then secondly, I told them both what they'd done wrong. And then lastly, I brought them both together, and I told them both to cut it out, or both of them will not be playing the sports all day. I also had to lead one session whilst I was there. So I made a game up on the spot. So the main coach came up to me and said, whilst he was outside, he said, "Go on, do something with the kids." So I wanted to do something fun, so the kids could be engaged. So what I chose to do was a shooting drill. So the shooting drill was you had to shoot with the strong part of your foot, and then your weak foot. I did this with two nets, so the kids could be engaged and everyone's involved. Then I made it more competitive, and I said whoever misses is out. So this would make it more fun and make it keep kids engaged. So as a coach, I also had the responsibility of the kids' health and safety, because as a coach, you are the person who is responsible for the kids. You have to look after the kids whilst, of course, the parents are not there. So I looked after the kids. A good example of this was a fire drill. So as a coach, this was the first time this happened to me. So what happened was the fire drill went off, and then all the kids had to go outside onto the concrete, and then the lead coach would do a register to make sure every single kid was there. And as a coach, it's the first time it's happened to me, so it was a good experience for me. And of course, if I was the lead coach again when the next go or in the future, I would know what to do. So the timeline. So whilst at Blackpool Community Trust, from 10 a.m. to 10:30 would be registration. To keep the kids engaged right from the start, we'll play a guessing game, and this will be about 5 or 6 coaches who have to pick their favourite TV programme or movie, and the kids will try and guess it. So the main coach will say every kid's name, and then once their name's read out, they try and guess the coach's favourite film or movie. And from half 10 to half 11, we split the groups. So from ages 5 to 8, and then from ages 9 to 14. This was to make it more fair, and we'll have 2 activities on the go. The main activities we had on the go were football or dodgeball. So from half 11 to 1 o'clock, there was a lunch break. So this is where they put the movie on for the kids. Then from 1 o'clock to half 3, they'll redo the register again, and they'll continue playing the game if 2 or 3 coaches' favourite TV shows haven't been guessed yet. Then from half 1 to 3, there'll be an outdoor activity. This will be if the weather is good. So there'll be football again, and dancing, or there'll be a playground activity, for example basketball. Then from 3 o'clock to 4:15, there'll be dinner time for the kids. So they'll carry on with the same movie or they'll change it up. Then from 4:15 to 10 to 5, there'll be the last activity for the kids, which will be an indoor activity. So there'll be Irish bingo, or they'll just let the kids play with toys, Lego, or table football. Then from 10 to 5 o'clock, there'll be a quick debrief with the kids. They'll make sure the kids had fun, collected all their belongings, and ask them quick questions about the sessions on the day, and they'll wait for them to be picked up by their parents. So what is sports development? So Patrick Braham and Kay Hilton, Dave Jackson and Mark Nelson 2001 said, sports development is more accurately a term used to describe processes, policies and practices that form an integral feature of work involved in providing sports activities. And again, Patrick Braham, Kevin Hilton, Dave Jackson and Mark Nelson 2001 said, such a progress-oriented perspective leads to the challenging, radical and uncomfortable for some conclusion that PE staff, teachers, coaches, facility managers, community outreach workers, youth workers, health specialists, policy makers and many others, including STOs, are all engaged in sports development work. So why is sports development important? So Kevin Roberts and Dave Treasure, 1992, said children have to be active every day. Physical activities supplements growth and leads to improved physical and emotional health. Jerome Dudu, 1990, found that males preferred to succeed on the sport field rather than in the classroom. Just confirms other research which has shown sports as an important achievement context for males. Coleman, 1980, interestingly said, females also prefer to succeed in sports context and classroom context. I think Coleman said that interestingly because he probably thought that most people think that maybe females are not engaged with sports as well as males, but from a good reference there from Coleman, he said that the females are engaged as well as the males. And again from Kevin Roberts and Dave Treasure, 1992, today's research shows that the importance of physical activity in children is stronger than ever. For example, medical researchers have observed that highly active children are less likely to suffer from high blood pressure, diabetes, cancer, obesity and heart disease later in life. So what is Blackpool Community Trust? Who are they? So Blackpool Community Trust are a vibrant, forward-thinking charity. They provide a range of opportunities for the people of Blackpool, Fylde. This is to include the social inclusion, education and improved fitness, physical fitness. Blackpool also try to lessen the involvement in negative areas, negative activities and anti-social behaviour. So Blackpool hold different programmes within the trust. For example, the sports camps, so the one I was in. They do this through mostly half-term school holidays. So why do the community trusts do sports camps? Blackpool FC Community Trust aim to deliver fun, structured sessions to 5 to 14-year-olds. This is to inspire, motivate and improve social development. So one of the parents, called Emma Collison, put her son on the summer holiday sports camp last year, and she could not be happier with the sports camps. In fact, Emma said, I just wanted to say my son has loved summer this year because of the holiday sports camps. The staff were amazing and I was happy. They did an amazing job and my son loved it. The community trust has allowed me to work without the worry of him being bored or unhappy. It's a brilliant value for money. So what Emma Collison there is getting at is that the trust helps the parents if they're, for example, extremely busy with work or with personal business. So this helps give the parents a rest. The kids, of course. So sometimes kids can get bored during the holidays, just by playing PS4 or Xbox all the time. So this sports camp is a great opportunity for kids to go out and have fun while socialising with other kids, making new friends. Also, it can help develop a child. A child may not know what he or she is best at, and considering this is a sports camp, the sports camp do most sports. So, for example, handball, netball, basketball, football, cricket, dodgeball, rounders, you name it. So it's a great opportunity for the kid to find out what he or she is best at. Of course, at the end of the day, kids love prizes, and the sports camp I was at handed out prizes every day from Monday to Friday. This could also motivate a child to come and a child to develop. Also, it reduces crime. So if the kids do sports camps, it's less likely for a kid to commit a crime with them not being on the streets. So if the kids in the sports camp in Blackpool, instead of being on the street being bored or doing nothing, then that's going to reduce crime in the Blackpool area. Also for the coaches, so for myself, as a coach, it's always a pleasure to coach young children. As you can see them go up and develop into a better human being, or developed into a significantly sports player in their chosen sports, and maybe one day see them on TV succeeding. So although kids have a tendency to be hard work to coach, it's also a good experience and it will help me as a coach in the future. So speaking about myself, I've had situations in Blackpool that I haven't had elsewhere, and this is good for me as I can reflect and review my situation from it. Also, the camp can also raise money, so it's a great opportunity for the trust to get money as well. So as I mentioned before, it's £10 a session, and the camp has three different camps, with about 50 to 60 kids a day. So if you round it up to 55 kids at each 3 camps, that's 165 kids overall in one day. So throughout the week, that means 825 kids. And if we add all that together, that's 8,250 in just a week. So it's a great opportunity. It's a great opportunity for the trust to earn money and put the money towards the community. So what are the benefits of this for the community? So local authorities. So for example, the locals work with different councils such as Blackpool Council, Fayol Council, Lancashire Council, etc. The aim these councils have is basically to come up with a better way to help the community and increase participation in sports the quickest way as possible. Health and safety. So of course the community always needs health and safety. So they want to provide a healthier lifestyle for the local community. Blackpool provide a range of health-related projects to increase the life expectancy and quality by working very closely with relevant health agencies to inspire the population to eat well and to take part in physical activity. So one example I'll quickly give would be Fit to Go. This programme aims to encourage children to live in a healthier lifestyle, take part in regular physical activity, and join in with local sports clubs and community programs, which will ultimately improve their health and well-being. So it will improve their healthier lifestyle in classroom-based sessions, with physical activity sessions organised around school day, extracurricular sessions after school, and family health workshops. And of course, another benefit for the community is educational. So the sports camps educate the kids whilst in camp. So kids will learn new skills that they wouldn't normally learn in normal schools or in school. And also they make new friends. And once you make new friends, you can always learn from them and gain knowledge from them. So lastly, I'll talk about the Blackpool Trust strategies. Blackpool Trust have 4 main strategies, go from health, education, physical activity, and community inclusion. The one I'll talk about will be physical activity, which comes under sports camps. So Blackpool Trust work with a cross-section of community groups to increase the opportunities available for people to take part in sports and strive to improve pathways for the whole community. Blackpool have developed a range of projects supporting local schools. This is to improve the standard of PE delivery by inspiring and upskilling school staff, as well as trying to motivate the pupils into engaging into more physical education and extracurricular activities. Of course, they have other activities. All strategies have up to between 4 and 6. The physical activities also has walking, football, sports camps, Premier League kicks, school sports, early years, and last one, inclusion. And they do all these trust strategies to get to benefit the community and help the children. And that is it for today. Thank you very much.